it's Jackie from the Marengo-Union Library here for the April Adult Craft. And what we're going to be making in April is we're going to be making a wreath using old magazines for the butterflies, okay? Can you see that? All right. So what you're going to have in your kit, your craft kit, is you're going to have some old magazines, the instruction sheet, a piece of cardboard, and the templates, which you're going to glue on to the cardboard and then cut out the templates. And you also have a piece of ribbon to hang your wreath up, okay? And you also have some clothespins and some toothpicks. All right, we'll get started now. So the first thing you do is glue on your templates onto the piece of cardboard. So we'll go ahead and cut out our templates. I found that cardboard makes it easier to trace our templates onto our magazine pieces. All right, let's see. Okay. So the first thing we have is our 5x5 square, which is going to be part of the butterfly's wings. And we're also going to cut out like an oval shape, and that is also going to be part of the butterfly's wings. I found this was one way to use up more our extra magazines that didn't get picked up for free. So you can always recycle them. In fact, actually, probably after you're done cutting up your magazines, you could just go ahead and recycle the rest of the magazines. So these magazines are all from probably 2019 or earlier. We keep the current year here at the library plus one previous year. Oh, I got one more template to cut out. What you're going to need to have at home to be able to complete this craft, you're going to need probably a hot glue gun in order for the butterflies to stay in your wreath, and then just some glue. And you're going to use a marker and some scissors. Okay, so I have my templates now. Okay, and so I'm going to take a magazine and I'm going to open it up, and I'll look for the most colorful pages probably, okay, because the more colorful things are, oops, this is and we don't need to keep in there. Okay. So maybe flip through your magazine and find the most colorful pages you can find. Ooh, like this one here has got lots and lots of color, doesn't it? Okay. So then I'm going to take my square template first, and I'm going to trace around using my marker. And you can probably just put it on the edge there. Now you can cut all your templates. I mean, I think I probably got maybe 8 pages of magazine here at a time, but some of it may not be the right color. So maybe you want to tear out the colorful pages and then just stack them together and then just cut them all out at one time. So I think I'm also going to use, because at least this first page here has lots and lots of color. So that'll make a nice, pretty butterfly wings. Okay. So I think I said I'd do like 5 pages, so I'm going to go ahead and cut those out now. I've got plenty of magazines here, so don't worry. You should probably have plenty, I think. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out my first thing, my squares. Okay, and then I'm going to cut out my oval shape. So when you're folding your butterfly wings and such, you're probably going to want to make sure you look which way you fold it to make sure you get the most color showing up for your butterfly, okay? All right, so I've got my first 2 sets of templates. Okay, so the first thing to do is take one of the squares here, okay, and you're going to fold it diagonally like this. Now, if your template was exactly square, which it should have been, it should form like a triangle, okay? So after you've done that, you're going to open it back up, and you're going to do an accordion fold back and forth on each side. I try to fold the magazine the wrong way. I want the color side to be out for my wings. And I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but I'm trying to make it really a very fine or skinny fold, because that'll make your butterfly wings pop out more. Okay, so when I get to the middle, then I'm going to turn it around, and now I'm going to do from the other side, okay? So you're going to be doing a lot of folding and gluing with this craft. I'll show you my butterfly in a second here. I should say my butterfly wing, I should say. Okay, so then this is what this looks like after I folded it. And I'm just going to squinch it back up again. All right, and see, I've got my butterfly wing. Okay, to keep the wing together, we're going to use, remember we had our different templates. Oops, that one came off my cardboard. Okay, so then I trace that onto some other parts of the magazine. And then I'm going to take one of those strips. Again, I want the colorful side out. Put a little bit of glue on my finger, just because it just, and just put it on one side there, and then just wrap it around, okay? And this is how you're going to hold the middle of your wing together. You probably don't have to use the whole strip if you don't want to. There we go. I think that's probably enough. But you just want to make sure the edge, though, is secured. Okay, and this is where the clothespins come in handy, okay? It doesn't take that long to dry, but the clothespin's going to hold it together so that it can dry. Okay, so I'm going to let that one dry. And then I'm going to fold the bottom part of my wing. Okay, that one we're not going to fold. We're just going to do an accordion this way. Turns out both sides of this particular piece of wing that I cut out of the magazine, both sides are colorful. So, I'm going to show that to you in a minute. Okay, there we go. Now I have my other part, my bottom part of my wing. Okay, we do the same thing again. We're going to take a piece of magazine strip, and we're going to put it in the middle here to keep this part of the wing together. There's lots of different things you can do with old magazines. Rolling them is kind of fun to roll. You can roll up the pieces of magazine. Like I'm going to show you how they make the little feelers for our butterfly. You can make baskets out of old magazines, collages. Okay, all right. So I've got that one stuck, and now this is, whoops, I yep, I did do that side. Okay, so I'm going to put these two together now with another strip. Now you could use hot glue for this part, but you really don't need to. Since I'm not a big fan of the hot glue gun, or I should say it just doesn't seem to like me very much, I'm just going to use regular glue. Saves my fingers from getting burned. All right, I'm going to tear this off here just because it starts to get white and I don't want the white to show necessarily. You're also probably going to need like a wet washcloth nearby because my hands are starting to stick together. Okay, so I have my first butterfly wing, okay? And I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes. Using my clothespin again to hold it. Now I'm going to take a toothpick. All right, and we're going to roll on the long strips. Again, we had different strips. We have the skinny one, which was the middle part for our butterfly, and then we have the thicker strip, and that is going to be for our antennas. Okay, so again, I want to use a piece of magazine that is going to be bright. This one here's got color on both sides. So I'm going to take my toothpick and I'm going to roll it, I don't know if you can see this, around, hopefully. All right, real tight, and you're going to make a little center for our butterfly. All right, so depending on how you roll it, you should get either a long or you'll get a short one. Okay, then I'm going to take the toothpick out, get a little bit of glue here again, and this is what I mean by rolling it. Really, I mean, it's pretty secure now, pretty thick too. Okay, so the end you probably started off with probably is a little tighter than the top part, and the top part is the part you're going to add the little feelers. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to use one of my strips like I used before to wrap my butterfly wings. Okay, and I'm going to find again the most colorful strip I can find, and I'm going to just fold it in half like that, and then squish it down a little bit here. There we go. And I'm going to, with a little bit of glue, I'm going to tuck it inside. You roll it a little bit with your fingers. Like I said, my fingers are sticky from other steps, and so I would definitely recommend having a wet paper towel or a washcloth nearby, because otherwise the paper sticks to your fingers rather than to your project. Whew. All right, there we go. Whew. Okay, we're going to try that again because that one tore. Again, probably because of my fingers. right, so there we go. Okay, I'm going to try to tuck that in again into one end of the center of my butterfly. All right, and then, oops. Okay. All right, well, this is not working like it's supposed to. I could lick my fingers, lick the glue off, but that'd probably be kind of gross to do for the video, so I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and just use a little bit of glue just because. Do as I say, not as I do. All right. Okay, we're going to let that dry for a minute. Okay, and then we're going to use a pencil to roll the little antennas. Or you could even just, again, this is using your fingers. I'm going to like maybe do a zigzag, or you can roll it around a pencil to make your little antennas curl. There we go. Okay, see? See how they curl like that? All right, now we're going to, our butterfly wings are dry. So now I'm going to glue this on with a hot glue gun onto the edge of, oops, I don't want to do that side. Oh, that's the right side. Okay. Onto my grapevine wreath. I found the grapevine wreaths, because they're kind of uneven, they're a little hard to find an area where the glue will stick, but that's why hot glue really helps, because you just find any surface area and then that glue is going to stick. All right, so I've got my wings on there. I just have to find my antenna piece. Here it is. Okay. Oof. Just gotta love glue. Okay, then I'm going to glue that on. I will pick it up and show you in a second. Get a chance to dry. Okay. All right, and see, we just add another butterfly to our wreath. Okay. All right, after you have enough butterflies on there, that you're happy with that, then you're going to take that piece of ribbon that I'm going to send home with you, and you can either tie it in a knot and then do like a loop. Tie a knot and then bring it through like this. And then you've got, again, the grapevine wreath makes it a little difficult because it keeps getting snag and everything. There we go. All right. And then we have our finished butterfly project, butterfly wreath. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you're able to use up a lot of the magazine scraps so that you can lessen our landfill, okay? All right, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you again next month. Bye.